You're unmuted, you're good to go.
Okay, it is 7 o'clock and I will call the meeting to order. Congratulations on everyone that was reelected. I will, first order of business is public comment, and I don't think you don't have anything, and nobody seems to be on the call, so. I will proceed with approving the minutes of the last regular meeting before town meeting.
I make a motion to approve those minutes as presented.
I will second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve the minutes of the previous regular meeting. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And there's 2 absent at this point. They may be joining us late. All right, so the next item of business is the reconstitution of the board, which means we have to elect a chair, vice chair, board secretary, and board liaisons. We may want to postpone the liaison until later in the meeting, but we'll see. So we have a few housekeeping things to do first, so.
Wants to be the chair?
If you want me to be the chair, I'm glad to do the work.
Well, I think you've done an effective job. And so I would nominate Dan Harvey to serve again as chair of the Arlington Select Board.
I will second that nomination.
Motion's made and seconded by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to, for me to be the chair. Is there any other nominations? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Can I vote on myself?
You have to.
I have to.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Didn't want to throw a monkey wrench in there.
Okay, in terms of the vice chair and the liaisons, I know we may defer the liaisons, but I do want to say that I have left my position at the bank for a variety of reasons. And I'm probably going to look for another job, but I'm going to take a break. So I will have more flexibility in terms of what I can do for the board. I also don't feel strongly about being vice chair, Matt, if that's
I thought you
something.
did a very good job the few times that you filled in, so.
Well, I just wanted to
I appreciate
let you
that.
know in case, I mean, not that you don't have enough to do, but a lot of it really is running the meetings, and I can't do that. So I'm happy to serve as vice chair again, but I don't have strong feelings if, and we really have to do that today, even
Yeah.
though others aren't here. So
And I know there's a couple weeks in April where I won't be
You'll
able
be
to be
away,
here because
yeah.
my
your dad,
because of my father
Yeah.
and some healthcare issues there and
Yeah.
getting that situated. So I would nominate Cynthia as vice chair.
I will second that. Motion made by Matt and seconded by me to nominate Cynthia as vice chair. All those in favor? No.
Aye.
Right. You're welcome to vote if you want.
I missed the first part.
That's just me, I'm the chair.
Say that again.
I was elected chair,
Okay.
Cynthia's vice chair.
and Cynthia's vice chair, so, okay, it's, there's no public comment, and we approved the minutes, that's all you missed.
Apologize, I was in the woods and lost track of time.
No big deal.
Worth places to be.
All right, the board secretary is a, more or less a statutory and traditional position. It involves almost zero, work. Because it's pretty antiquated, but it's just, as I said,
Involves receiving
statutory.
certain varies name. Is the only meaningful thing.
Yeah,
And they take minutes if we didn't have.
right,
So
so
I would be happy to do that if
I will second
the
that
need
motion.
arose.
I will nominate Matt to serve as board secretary.
And I will second that.
You got it.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by myself to nominate Matt as the board secretary. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye. Aye. All right. Do you want to do the liaison?
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't.
Let's check that off.
Just wait till the next one.
Or if you, if that's
I
like a,
I mean, we
mean,
could do
is
it, I'm
there-
sure he wouldn't object. So.
yeah, if you get,
My basic thought is keep people where they are, because it seems to be working unless you
So,
guys want to change.
Glenn
it.
and I had chatted some. He would like to be on the park.
Okay,
So if he takes park,
And
I
that
would
may-
take water.
okay.
And then Matt and I would stay with the fire department.
And then I'm water and administration,
And
and who's highway?
I would be admin and highway. And
Glenn.
Glenn.
Glenn's,
Is there two for the park or just one?
there's
Two.
two for all of these.
Two for each.
So I'd still be on the park?
You would still be on the park.
Okay.
And Glenn.
Yes,
did-
no?
Glenn did tell me that makes sense, because he's gonna be over there an awful lot,
Right.
so.
right,
I mean, the only question that, Jamie, are you at the park more than I'm at the park?
Probably. Cause
I
I'm
mean-
down there, I'm down there,
I am
With the
rarely at the
sports.
park, so.
I'm down there with the school sports quite often, marking
Mhm.
field and stuff like that.
I'm just throwing that out there that I am rarely at the park. I drive by the park like 2 to 3 times a day, but
Mhm.
I am rarely at the park.
so. are
So-
you two
so
fire?
you-
Who's fire?
Jamie and I are fire.
Jimmy, you're fire, okay.
I will stay with the park, Glenn will go with the park, and then you would take water
I could do that.
Okay,
with Cynthia.
So water would be Cynthia and
So Jamie, Glenn, I gotta write this down, right?
I gotta look,
Yeah.
that leaves Cynthia as the second highway. So Cynthia and Dan are the two highway and the two admin,
so I'm not water. Who's water, Matt and Glenn?
Yeah.
Matt and Glenn.
Okay, so I'm highway with, okay,
and Jamie and Matt are fire. So Matt, you're on 3.
No.
No,
No.
and.
Or
and
no.
Cyn-
Oh,
Okay,
so
let's
you're
go
not,
through it.
you're not. fire.
Yeah,
let's go through it. Park is Glenn and Jamie.
Yes.
Water is,
Let's do water
Matt.
last.
we'll do, okay, okay, highway is Dan and Cynthia. Admin is Dan and Cynthia. Fire is Matt and
Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh, I see what's happening.
what's happening?
Glenn was on.
Glenn was on highway and you
Yeah.
were on water. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can leave Glenn on highway.
Yeah,
Glenn
so
on
it would
highway.
be,
Glenn and Dan on highway, Jamie and Matt on fire, Cynthia and Matt on water,
Okay,
Jamie and Glenn on park, and Dan and Cynthia on admin. That gives
Okay,
everybody
okay.
2 liaison positions.
okay, okay.
and I think that works out because Dan, you and Glenn on highway, I think works out really well, especially because Glenn's up at the break of dawn
Oh, for sure.
and can stop over there. I can't make that work.
No,
Um,
that's a really good set, and it also doesn't make it so two people are jointly both on any two departments.
right.
So,
And I love you being on water too, because you have all the historical knowledge there.
We have to vote?
So I would suggest that we just put this as a slate of liaisons to approve.
as presented,
You can.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the slate of liaisons as presented in this discussion.
I will second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Glenn, by Matt to, approve the slate of officers for the liaison positions in highway, fire, water, park, and admin. All those in favor signify by saying
all right.
aye. Aye. All right. So then 5.12 would be, town attorney posting paper places for notices and the newspaper of record.
so town attorney will, without objection, be Merrill Bent, Minton Campbell Benton Staffing. Seeking a motion to approve.
Motion to approve Merrill Bent as town attorney.
Second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve Merrill Bent as town attorney. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
Aye.
aye. Aye. Posting places normally are,
Town Hall, the Arlington Deli and Liquor, and the Wayside Country Store. So,
three around town.
yep, three,
Um,
Town Hall and two other. posting
do we
places.
have to say in those posting places that the website is one?
as well as the website.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
And the website.
And the website.
So a motion to that effect would be welcome.
Um,
Go ahead. No,
I make a motion that, the posting places are the town hall, Arlington Deli and Liquor, and Wayside Country Store, along with the website.
I will second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve the posting places as the liquor store, the Whiteside store, the town hall, and the website. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Right.
Aye. And now the newspaper record would be the Bennington Banner, Manchester Journal, we're all on that same.
But yes, Bennington Manor is just what we have to say, because then
Right.
if it doesn't appear in the Manchester Journal, then
Right.
I make a motion that the Bennington Banner serve as our newspaper of record.
I will second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve the newspaper of record as the Bennington Banner. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye. Aye.
Let's show some newspapers anymore.
For best assured.
rules of order. Okay, I forgot to attach that to the board packet. It's the exact same as last year. I have it on the table. I don't propose any changes to that because they work pretty well for us after being established for the first time last year. So,
I make a motion to approve the rules of procedure of the town of Arlington as presented.
I'll second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve the rules of procedure for Arlington dated 3/10/25. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
we'll sign Dan's copy there.
aye. Pass it around. All right, there are no liquor licenses tonight, even though it's on the agenda. The next item after that is, just to mention we sold a load, we got 3 loads of salt from Mark that order somehow we ended up.
It didn't actually end up getting the whole one, but in case we do.
Oh,
get it.
Okay, because he was gonna get the third one.
Yeah, we don't, it never showed up.
Okay, so,
But yeah, Sandgate needs salt. We have a contract for salt that can give us enough salt if they need an extra load to get through one last storm this year. Our Mark was approached by Sandgate that they couldn't find a source of this late in the season and asked if we could order a load from us, and then they pay us at cost or at cost plus $1 for admin. It's probably not going to be relevant at this point, but if you guys do want to approve that respectively, in case that is necessary, you could authorize the sale of 1 load of salt. And then-
I think it's, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to authorize the sale of salt to the town of Sandgate at cost as needed.
I will second that.
motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt, discussion.
So I just wanted to say that I think this is, a perfect example of how we can help each other out. And I
Yeah.
appreciate Mark bringing it to our attention.
Mhm.
It may not turn out to be necessary, but, anything that sort of increases the ties between the towns and mutual aid, I think is a good idea.
I had the exact same thought that we might need
Kind of
something
falls
from them
under-
We
one
might
day,
need
so,
something from them.
you know,
All the category is mutual
What
aid.
comes around goes
Absolutely.
around, so.
absolutely. It's being a good neighbor.
The same should apply for Sunderland as well as Sandgate.
So part of the swap with Mark going up and helping with the large culvert is Sandgate has been coming all the way to 313 on every storm, salting all the way down through.
Oh, wow.
So the entire
On
road,
Sandgate Road.
yes, all the way to
That's good.
313. So
That's good.
they've actually gone through a little more salt than what they normally would
Partly
have
doing our
because they're
road.
doing
Yeah,
another
yeah,
couple
Yeah.
miles.
yeah.
So,
This
But,
is actually why we
And-
have 3 sources. Because we got caught with our pants down about 10 years ago for the same exact reason. No supply, they weren't
Yeah.
taking out anymore. People were down to the bare minimum they could deliver to people that had given them numbers, so.
Well,
we changed our policies.
one stall mine was down out
Yeah.
in New York, plus with all of the snow and everything. way
to the western New York,
Western
there's a
New
ton of
York.
it. They had 300
North
trucks
towns
lined up
in New
on
York
the
State nearby
highway.
ran out of salt, including big towns like the city of Troy. ran out of
Yeah.
salt. Like,
Yeah, So I think it's great. We're being a good neighbor and
Yeah.
I would hope that, obviously they're very good neighbors to us as well and with Jamie's examples. So.
Excellent.
So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. We have a short executive session for personnel.
And let's check off the warrants.
You wanna do our warrants
Let's-
That'll-
And before we do that, can I just ask, originally I thought I remember discussion of having the treasurer at our next meeting.
It was gonna be this next meeting. It was.
No, I know, not today,
Yeah,
but the next
Yes,
meeting.
yes, that is
And
still
that's
confirmed.
still on.
That's still on. I talked to her.
Okay, I just
But
wanted
that's good
to,
because I had the delinquent tax collector had asked.
Yes.
yeah, that's
And
what
I
I wanted
said
to pick
not
up on
yet
that.
and
Yeah,
not today
Yeah.
because we've got to
Yeah.
get through this.
yeah. No, that's why we didn't make her here
Mhm.
today. It
She
didn't
should
make
also
sense.
be invited to that. So
Yeah.
we can
Yeah, we
have
should
direct
invite-
communication.
Kendall on that meeting
Well, I'm
as well.
I'm not sure because Kendall will have her own time with us. I
Oh,
know
that's
the
true.
treasurer
That's
should have
true.
her own time with us. And then if we want
And
to
then
have
we
a vote
can
back, we
get
can do
them-
Yeah,
that.
that's a good point.
Then we can get them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that's what we discussed.
It
Is that
was
what
just,
we-
yeah.
You're correct.
Yes.
So the next item is, do you have anything on the town administrator report?
Not really. It was the week around town meeting. It's always a bit of a,
Well, I think the biggest thing was the salt, the
The salt-
Sandgate, and we
salt
just
for
did that,
Sandgate,
you know,
and
so.
various communications about like the Murray Hollow culvert, minor communications about wastewater, things like that. But a lot of it was just keeping capacity open in case something went sideways is coming.
Any further on Glebe Lot up there?
That is set for the agenda on April 21st, I believe.
Okay.
It's either April 7th or April 21st. I have it on my calendar and I just can't off the top of my head. But I'll check that for you guys, but that is on an agenda for the upcoming meeting. It will be checked, it will be addressed in the next month or two.
Okay, I make a motion to approve check warrant report number WD5 dated 3/7/25, being the unpaid invoices for the Arlington Water Department. It's just very minor regular expenses. I make a motion to approve the amount of $386.92.
A second?
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve check warrant report WD5. Total amount of $386.92. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. All right, the next invoice is going to be, the unpaid invoices for the town of Arlington. Key components of this invoice is, of course, salt and of course, fuel and sand. And, let's see, paying the town of White Creek because of plowing, what do they do? Black Hole Hollow?
Black Hole Hollow.
Yeah, Black Hole Hollow. So, those are the largest, components of this warrant. So I make a motion to approve a check warrant report number 5 dated 3/7/25, being the unpaid invoices for the general fund of the town of Arlington. Motion to approve the amount of $29,201.36.
Second?
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to approve check warrant report number 5 in the total amount of $29,201.36. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Before we get into executive session, all other business, let's take care of that. And I have 2 quick things to add to the agenda for next
Yeah.
meeting. One is just a kind of a hash of the after meeting. What did
Town
we do
meeting.
right? Town meeting, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? What
Yeah.
did we improve?
Yeah.
So I want that on the agenda. And the other thing is, I want a discussion about maybe updating to a much more user-friendly website than the one we have. It hasn't been updated in probably at least 15 years.
2015 was when the transition from the old one, so yeah, it's due.
So we need to just revisit that because technology moves so
It should be
fast,
mobile friendly.
we will become obsolete almost immediately.
It is a uniquely cumbersome website.
It is very, cumbersome, and I think
Yeah,
that
we'll
can
get that on the
be
agenda for next meeting.
relatively
It's important.
easily. So
No, thank you.
those are the two things. Does anybody else want to have anything they want to put on next agenda just while we're here?
Nothing on next agenda. I just wanted to report to the board that the fire department did get all their helmets, and I meant to print a photo of them with their helmets to show the board, and I forgot, but I'll do it for next meeting. Just, I thought
Right,
it was
here.
kind of fun, so, yeah. It was nice to see all the guys setting their helmets up and get ready after the meeting a couple weeks ago.
Are there chin straps on those helmets?
They're the new OSHA approved
So,
ones,
so they kind of
so.
sit well on your head and then there's a chin strap too?
Yeah, it almost looks like a rock climbing helmet or something, I guess would be a good way to describe it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's over here. somewhere underneath this.
You know, unlike the old helmets that didn't have the chins, like the old hard hats,
Cause
like we
it was like
had.
they could come off. you
Like
know?
the hard hat that I wore when I was at Bell Telephone, that, you know, if you fell off the ladder, the hat was gone.
Yeah,
Like as soon as you hit the ground,
Yeah,
it
so
didn't
what's
do
the point,
anything.
you know,
So
so,
they have
yeah.
the strap to keep them on, yeah.
As you know, we had our first call with them. Plane crash.
Yep.
And the members said that they're very comfortable, and thank you to the town for purchasing them.
Glad to hear they're comfortable.
That's good.
Now, they'll all remember that.
Trust me, they will.
Safety first, it's paramount.
Yes.
Well, if they're comfortable, that's a good thing, you know,
Yeah.
cause then, you know, you're not gonna be like, oh, God, I gotta put on that thing.
Yep. So I guess we will enter into executive session. We need to make a motion to establish the reason as a personnel matter.
I make a motion that discussion of a personnel issue would cause the municipality to suffer substantial disadvantage.
Second?
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to establish the reason for the executive session as a personnel matter. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye. I make a further motion to actually enter into executive session to discuss said personnel issue and to allow town administrator Nick Zias, does Brian need to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Yes.
And Fire Chief Brian Holly to attend the executive session.
I will second.
Motion made by Cynthia and seconded by Matt to enter into executive session to discuss said personnel matter. And allow town administrator Zias and fire chief Holly to remain in the room. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye. Aye.
Okay.
It is 8:32 and we're back in section. There's no action from the executive session to be taken, except we need to accept the letter of resignation.
I make a motion to accept the resignation of Town Administrator Nick Zias effective April 18th, 2025, as well as his resignation from all other positions he currently holds effective the same date, except Emergency Management Director and Representative to the Regional Emergency Management Committee, and have Mr. Zias prepare a job posting for the position.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion made by Cynthia and second by Matt to approve with our regrets and thanks, the letter of resignation for Town Administrator Zias, effective April 18th, under the pre-announced conditions that certain posts will be remain in his possession. So all those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye.
And then there's a further motion, and I'm gonna make the motion, and then I would like to discuss it, because we might want to alter the motion. The further motion is to appoint, 2 members of the select board to review initial applications for town administration, or to designate the administrative liaisons to renew initial applications for town administrator. So maybe I shouldn't even make the motion, maybe we should decide which one we want to do, or is it even premature to start doing this? I mean, we haven't even looked at the old description.
I think that's a little premature.
it's
I think
premature.
Yeah.
if Janet can pull the
She can
prior job posting that we did a few years ago and just circulate that to the board, and then we can each look it over individually. Maybe we discuss it at the next meeting, and that way we can get it posted.
Okay, Janet, did you get that?
You're muted.
We can make sure that.
Janet always gets it.
She'll get it.
She's
All right.
on it.
We'll take care of it.
Okay, so just to
Yeah.
circulate the.
Yeah, and we
We'll
can
grab it.
just look at that, and then I think we just discuss it at the next
Yeah,
meeting, and then we
yeah.
can get it posted, and then we can look at what the hiring process might look like, maybe
Yeah,
that's a
and like
committee
if any
again,
board
or
members
whatever.
have an idea about possible members of the committee, like, you know, we were discussing, then we can bring those, to the table. Okay, excellent. So I rescind the second motion and, never mind.
Okay,
It's okay.
all right. On behalf of the board, Nick, I'd like to personally thank you for all the fine work you've done for us. I don't believe we could have done it without you. So,
I'm glad to have spent nearly 5 years on this, and I look forward to remaining Arlington and active in civic life for many years to come. So, and I appreciate the vote of confidence that you gave me on an EMD for the time being. So
Absolutely.
much appreciated. Beyond that we just need a motion to adjourn. To
So
close the
moved.
I
meeting.
don't think there's anything else.
Second,
Motion made by Jamie and seconded by Cynthia. We're adjourned.
Out of here. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.